As long as everybody's on here, Alyssa, we're gonna just kind of go through a little bit of our health testimonies, a little bit about the products, and then we'll let you ask questions at the end. And if there's anything, I'm not sure if you know how to use the chat feature in here. There's actually, what is it? You click on mine, it's the bottom right, 3 dots. I don't know what kind of phone you have. You can, yep. You're muted. I can't hear you. Wendy, is everybody muted?
Yep, now you should be able to hear me.
Okay. There's a chat feature, so if for some reason while we're talking you want to like click on that and then click on chat, you can like write like comments or, you know, things that we can come back on. Because I know Kimberly, poor girl's got to get back to sleep so she can work tonight. So, all right, I'm gonna start and then I'll introduce my friends. Sound good? Okay. So, hi everyone. I am Lisa Hernandez. I have been with Plexus for over 4 years now. Yep. In March we celebrated 4 years. When I started the products, I did it because my best friend here, Wendy, that's on the call, her sister had actually gifted her the triplex. And so, you know, you follow your best friends into most things, but this was not one that I jumped on the train. I had no idea what it was. I didn't really understand what she was doing. And I felt like it was some kind of scammy, weird thing. And I didn't really spend a lot of time investigating it. I just kind of stayed away from it. And then she started to give me samples and she had me like knocking on her door asking for more until her husband finally said to me, "What's your deal? Get your own." And so that's when I decided to bring it back to my husband and talk to him about it. And he said, "What are we doing?" I said, "I really don't know." He said, "Okay, what are we ordering?" I said, "I guess we're ordering the triplex." And he said, "Okay, what's it going to do for us?" And I said, again, I really have no idea. And then he said, "Can we return it if it doesn't work? What's the deal?" And I said, "Yeah, you have 60 days to try the product." And so he said, "Okay, we'll give it 30. We started taking the products, and within 2 weeks, he came to me and was saying, "What are we going to do?" And I didn't quite understand. And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, we're almost out of products. Like, are we going to do this thing? Are we going to continue doing this?" And I was so excited that I had his okay and that we were going to do this together. And we went back to the computer and we signed him up then because we wanted a deal. And they had these welcome packs in the beginning. They're like your starter packs. And if you joined, you got them for cheaper and whatever. So that's our story on how we started. And my health testimony is I thought it was all about weight loss. And I wasn't really sure. You know, Wendy will tell a little bit more about why her sister bought her the products and why they went from there. But what started to happen to me is I started to get out of bed in the morning and not need my pot of coffee. I drank coffee all day long. I always was exhausted and tired. My husband drank energy drinks. He was addicted to Rock Stars. He'd stop at the gas station and get 2 of those big ones on his way to work. And yet we were always still tired. I mean, it didn't seem to matter what we did. We just were always tired. And I also felt like we were super lazy. I used to sleep on the couch. I'd fall asleep on the couch at night because I was too tired. I didn't care. I watched TV to try and fall asleep because I had a lot of anxiety. I dealt with mood issues and I wanted to just kind of zone off into the TV and I'd fall asleep on the couch. And so we always joked about the fact that we didn't sleep together, you know, and I had like an indent in the couch because I was just so tired all the time. So when I started the products, that was the first thing we both noticed. My husband got off all of his energy drinks right away. And that's why he wanted to start, because he was starting to have gut health issues. He always had like diarrhea. I always had constipation, like severe constipation. I used to have to do crazy things to go to the bathroom. Wendy's laughing because we were in high school together. And I remember her being at her house all the time and her mom They have one bathroom in this house, and she would get so mad because I would be in there forever and I would be in pain, and her mother would be like, Wendy, when is she going to get out of the bathroom? Like, I have to go. Like, but it was so serious, and that was just my life. And when I started taking the products, I started to feel better. Things started to move without me having to move them in bizarre ways, you know, suppositories and all the crazy things that I used to do to try and go to the bathroom, X-Lax, things like that. I didn't realize that when you go to the bathroom, your colon is like this size. And so when you go to the bathroom, that's the size that the poop should be. Like, it should go through smoothly, and it should be an S because your colon is an S. I didn't know that. Mine was trying to move like a baseball through this little small area.
Did you think you had irritable bowel syndrome, IBS?
Everybody likes to give that diagnosis, and I refuse it, because what I have learned from all the people that I've been able to help over the years is the fact that IBS stands for BS. They don't know what to tell you, and they say it's IBS. And yet then the solutions, they don't really have solutions. So I have helped people with the products that all had IBS issues. They don't have IBS issues anymore. And I don't care if that means you are severely, like, diarrhea one day, then constipated the next, and you're all over the map. Your gut health is the key to all of that. But I didn't know that. I had seen a gastrointestinal doctor my whole life. When I was 16 years old, they did not put me under, and they put a scope down my throat. I refused to go back to the doctor.
What the fuck?
Oh, yes. They don't do that anymore, but I'm 50. So back when I was 16, they did that in a doctor's office. And after that got done, and I had a nurse lay on top of me, I pulled it out. I was like snotting and crying. And I said, nobody will ever do that to me again. Like, I almost punched the doctor. And, you know, they said, yeah, I had reflux. I had a hiatal hernia. I had ulcers. Like, he could see that from the scope. And I said, I don't care. So I drank my Lanta every day of my life, like Tums, Rolaids, all of that. And they tried medications on me. And then when I was 24 years old, I was working as a nail tech. I went back to school, and that's what I went to school for. And I was doing a pedicure on a woman, and the woman was Indian. And I had my bottle of my Lanta on my manicure station. And she said to me, why are you drinking that? And I told her why. Told her my whole story about how horrible that was. And she said, you need to see a doctor, like yesterday. And she gave me her card, and she was a gastrointestinal doctor here in Fond du Lac. And so I went to see her. They put me under, they did the scope, and I was put in an OR like that week. And they tried to go in and repair all the damage. I severely needed help. But what they did is they continued to put me on omeprazole and different things that didn't really help. And that acid was being suppressed, and it continued to be a problem. They've actually come out now with studies that is not supposed to be taken long-term. I took it for decades. When I started the triplex, so weight loss, like, what girl doesn't want to lose weight, right? Most people want to lose weight. I thought that's what it was. I thought I was signing up for a big weight loss thing. I would never trade in a single pound of weight loss for the life I got back. My body started to move. I was going to the bathroom normally. I wasn't struggling anymore. I had no more acid reflux. I started reading about different testimonies, and I saw that people went off their acid reflux meds. And so I thought, bullshit. Bull. I don't believe it. I don't believe the things I'm reading. I think it's all crock. I think people make this up. I was still feeling, I couldn't believe what was happening. So I went off my meds, because that's me. I'm all in or nothing. And I stopped taking my meds so that I could tell Wendy this was all a crock of crap. And guess what? I still have the prescription bottle. Never refilled it again. Then I started to investigate, and then I got really angry because I had doctors with medical degrees that were keeping me sick. And not once did they say the words gut health to me. So I started to investigate the products. So when we talk about the triplex, so this is our probiotic. I was taking a probiotic, and if you remember, Wendy, I was so mad because you wanted me to buy this triplex. And I said, I take a probiotic because I'm sick all the time and I get yeast infections. And because I'm sick all the time and I get yeast, yes, I have to be on antibiotics. So the doctor, at least
I
towards
just
the end,
had a liver infection actually, and that medication made me sick. And actually, Kimberly took me to the hospital over a week ago because the side effects coming off of it was so bad with everything going on in my system.
are you talking about like
a 14-day medication you took?
the Diflucan? Was it for the yeast infection?
Metro, it's an antibiotic drug. Like, if you look it up, it's really bad. Like, yeah.
Well, then you feel me, sister. So that would be my question. Who on this call has ever taken an antibiotic? Who on this call has taken birth control? Who on this call has ever needed a steroid for inflammation? Okay, that is an issue. And what I found through all my research, because I wanted to know why. Like I said, I got mad, and then I wanted to know why this probiotic was different. I wanted to know why I was able to get off my medications. And the more I researched, the more angry I became. And Wendy knows I'm kind of a vigilante that way. Like, I am like out to let people know there's a better way. When I first started the products, I told Wendy, like you saw, I was like super skeptical, and I was really like, and the first thing I said is, I will never, ever talk about this product. Don't you dare bug me about it. And Wendy never did. She just sat back, and she can maybe tell you a little bit later what she was thinking that whole time. Because she knows her friend. Like, if I believe in something, you're going to know about it. And if I feel like somebody's being hurt by something and I have an answer, I'm going to help you with it, whether you want it or not. So I'm very vocal about what my experience was, because I want to help other people. And I don't want other people to continue to go down the same road that I did for as long as I did. So that's kind of my story. I want to turn it over to other people because we have a lot of incredible stories on here, and I know you guys are pressed for time. And I don't know if we have 30 or 40 minutes even on this Zoom. It's 30. Okay. And I probably already took up 15. So I'm just going to turn it quick. I'm going to introduce, who wants to go? Raise your hand. Oh, Wendy does. Amanda, will you talk like more about the triplex when you come on? Okay. All right. So take it over, Wendy. This is my best friend who got me into all this.
Hi, everybody. So what I was thinking, by the way, Lisa asked me to say what I was thinking. So what I was thinking is, I knew she would tell everybody about it because that's who she is. I knew she would get on the products and she'd start feeling amazing. And I knew she would tell everybody she knows, because that has always been who she's drinking a pink drink right now. Yummy. So my story is this. Lisa already told you some of it. My sister bought me the pink drink. My sister is very much into natural health. If she were here, she could tell you her whole story. It's long, it's awesome, but she had some major medical diagnoses, was looking at surgery, looking at medication. She had kidney issues and bladder issues and liver issues. It was a mess. And she had done all this research, and she was taking this massive, crazy amount of products, like a whole tote full of products. And then somebody introduced her to Plexus, and she started looking at the ingredients on the bottle, and she's like, hey, I take that, I take that, I take that, I take that, and realized that in this little condensed package, she started on the triplex, which Amanda's going to talk about, and Lisa and I started on that as well, and realized that everything she was taking was in that small little package of products. And she started on that right away, and it was making a huge difference. And she had watched me struggle. I have always been overweight. I come from a family of overweight women. It's in our bloodline. We're German. We eat salt on everything. We drink beer. We eat gravy on everything, and we eat bread. And so we're all big women. But I had tried everything. I had done Weight Watchers. I'd done Nutrisystem. I had done some low carb Atkins type thing. I did Jenny Craig. Jenny Craig, I actually lost. Lisa, do you remember? Was it like 80 pounds? It was like a crazy amount of weight that I lost on Jenny Craig. But I would gain it back every single time. I would gain it back. And I've always been active. I love to work out. So, you know, Shaun T and Tony Horton and all of those people, Denise, what is her name? Denise, she has the real breathy voice. Loved her. And I did all of that workout forever and ever and ever, but still I was overweight and I just couldn't do anything to lose weight. So my sister bought me the triplex. She brought me my first membership and just said, just take this, just take the products and see what happens. And so the other part of my story is I've been in denial my whole life. I would tell you that I am the healthiest person that I know. I don't get sick. I don't have any medical issues. I feel great all the time. Everything's fine. But the truth of the matter was I was an insomniac. I was an insomniac since I was 17 years old. I mean, I survived for years on, if I slept 3 hours a night, average, and sometimes that wasn't even a given. Sometimes it would be weeks before I would get any sleep at all. And I also was a frequent, and you can't say this on Facebook or you can't say it on the internet, but I can say it here because it's just, I had migraines. I had migraines all of the time, completely debilitating, take me out for 3 days migraines. And I also, like Lisa's husband, was a Monster energy drink addict. I drank at least 2 a day. And it also kind of led into some Dorito habits because once I had my Monster drink, I wanted my Doritos with it. So bad news. So I got on the products. And, you know, my story is the thing that I think is important to take away from this is there's no such thing as magic beans. So I didn't take the triplex and voila, I lost a ton of weight and kept it off and have never had, because I've been on the system for 4.5 years as well. But what happened is the first thing I noticed within the first 2 weeks is I had my first 6-hour night of sleep. And then I had an 8-hour night of sleep. And that was like, mind-blowing to actually get that kind of sleep. And then I started noticing that I didn't need the Monster energy drinks at all. And then I started noticing that I wasn't really craving my bag of Doritos in the afternoon. And then I noticed that I didn't need that at all anymore. So I completely stopped. I drink coffee. I drink 1 cup of coffee every day because I really like it. And I didn't want to give it up completely. But I don't take the migraine medication anymore. I will never say that it completely cured me of my migraines. I never have them anymore because as I'm getting older, I still have them. It's a hormonal issue with my body, but they're manageable. I can function. I'm not stuck in bed for 3 days. I'm not taking medication that makes me feel like I'm walking through sludge all day long. It has been a miraculous thing. So after I got my gut in shape and healed my body and took care of all the inflammation issues that were causing me to have all the problems I was having, that's when I started to lose the weight. And it came off pretty quickly then. Wouldn't you say, Lisa? Like it wasn't long. And I lost 40 pounds, you guys. And so where now normally losing 40 pounds is not a big deal for me. The issue is keeping 40 pounds off. Usually I would lose 40 pounds and probably 3 months later I would gain 60. And that's just the way it was. But I have lost 40 pounds and I've kept it off for 2 years. And that's where the real miracle is. First, I had to do the work. First, I had to take the products and take care of all the issues that I was having internally. Once that was all healed, that's when the magic happened. That's when the weight loss happened. So if I can encourage anything, if you guys have just started the regimen, be consistent. Give it time to work. It's not going to work overnight, but it will work. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I love it. And I'm worried that we're going to get cut off. So if we do get cut off, we can jump right back into this same Zoom, right? Just because I don't know. Do you know how much time we have left, Wendy?
Story. Usually they will give you a 10-minute warning. So I will let you know.
Okay. So I just want to touch on, she's going to talk about the triplex more, which is what I'm drinking, the Slim, and it's the magnesium cleanser and it's the ProBio 5. What's different about the probiotic is this one actually has enzymes that go in and flush out and kill the bad stuff. They're not just adding good stuff. But like Wendy was talking, we started with triplex. We didn't have other products then they have come out recently with a couple products that will support your energy right off the bat. And like this is a healthy energy drink that completely knocks the crap out of anything on the market because they're full of synthetic junk that actually destroy your health. Ours actually, everything about it, down to the sweetener, is completely natural. And we just launched a brand new flavor yesterday, and it sold out 2 days ago. Like, people who had never tried the new flavor that drink this one but love it went clamoring. We broke the internet on and off that whole day, and they sold out. And we were all like, are you kidding me? But that tells you about the company. And when they put out another product, a new flavor of anything, like, everybody wants it. So anyway, the Active is something that you can add to your regimen that will give you really, really good results too, make you feel really good. It helps with your mood. It also helps with your energy. And the other one is the MetaBurn. These are fairly new products. The MetaBurn is an adaptogen. Wendy's giving the thumbs up. This product rocks. This product is going to kick your weight loss quickly. So I know that Kimberly is on here. We have different packages when you join for wholesale. I can talk to you about that later. This month it's $9.95 to join for wholesale, which will get you loyalty points. Every third month, if you're consistent, you can get a free product. It also gives you a starter pack at below wholesale. It's like 50% off. So I know that Kimberly grabbed the big one. She was a really smart girl. And she's kind of like me. It's like, go big or go home. I want it all now. So anyway, so these two products, I just wanted to bring these extras up. We also have meal replacement shakes that are amazing. And they're just added things that you can throw in to the core. Amanda, I'm gonna let you talk now just about the core and a little bit about your story.
Thank
Sweet
you.
Amanda, where are you from?
I am from Kentucky/Tennessee.
You would never guess it.
Not at all. When I worked in Indiana, I would have people literally stop in the lobby and come back and be like, where are you from? And I would tell them, like, we could tell you weren't from here. I have a little bit of a Southern drawl.
And what I love about Amanda, I met Amanda through Plexus. Like, we have friends from all over the country because of Plexus. And I can call up a girl that I've only hugged her neck once at an event that we earned, you know. I mean, but yet she's like one of my sweetest friends now. And that's the other thing. So sorry. I just can't help but like bring that up because the culture and the support is just, it's amazing.
It was truly an added bonus that I didn't even know was going to be there, but has been such a blessing.
For sure.
So a little bit about my story, just really quick. I really just did it because Laura called me up and said, hey, I'm doing something new. I want you to try it. And I have a full-time career. I work for the post office. I'm actually a postmaster and have been at the post office for 16 years. I wasn't looking for really anything else, but just to support her. And I'm like, sure, here's my credit card number, whatever. So that was almost 4 years ago. And I did it on and off for the first 2 years. And all I could tell you is I felt better when I did it, and I felt like crap when I didn't. So that's all that I really comprehend. I knew that I was so tired that I literally at 1 o'clock when my lunch break would go crawl in my car and take a nap every day because I was exhausted. Like, could not hold my eyes open, exhausted. I had sugar cravings. I would eat 3 and 4. Somebody would bring donuts, like on Saturdays, a lot of times we would bring donuts to work, and I would eat 1 in front of everybody, and then everybody would leave, and I'd sneak back, and I'm going to have 4 donuts in one day. Like, it was literally that bad. Or I was never, when I was a kid, I was a soda drinker, but not so much as an adult. I had actually gotten off of that. My weight had yo-yoed my whole entire life. I got up to, the biggest ever was 265 pounds in my life, and I'm 5'7". So I was a pretty big girl. And I remember I was matron of honor in my best friend's wedding, and she like we tried on our dresses, and then the wedding was 2 months later, and my dress almost didn't fit. It was that bad. I had acid reflux. I dealt with depression and anxiety. I had tremendous joint pain. I hurt all the time. I mean, all the time. And I'm younger, and I didn't have any motivation to function or anything like that. And so when I got the job in Indiana and I moved up there, I actually gained about 15 pounds, or between 10 and 15 right after I moved up there. And I had already put on weight before that. And I was just miserable. And so I called Laura and I was like, okay, we need to do something. I got to do something. 10 minutes. Okay. I'll talk fast. We need to do something. And I committed to taking these 3 items right here. I can't hold on. The probiotic, the BioCleanse, our magnesium supplement, our probiotics, and our Slim. These 3 right here. They're called our Triplex. It's what Lisa talked about and Wendy talked about. And I told myself that I was going to do this consistently. In 6 months, I lost 30 pounds. I no longer hurt when I got out of bed. The pain and inflammation went down. I started sleeping through the night. I didn't have to go home or go to my car and take a nap during the day. I literally, I couldn't believe the transformation. Like all things that I didn't even know was going to happen. I mean, I just wanted to feel better. I just wanted my life back. I just wanted to feel better. I started on antibiotics when I was 12 for strep throat, which I had for several years, repeatedly times in a year. I had to take tetracycline because I would get these huge cysts under my arms and in my groin area. And they told me that I had to take that because if I didn't, I was going to have this problem the rest of my life. I can tell you, since I have been on the Triplex for 2 years, I have had 2. And I would have 12, 15, 20 a year. I've had 2 in 2 years. Now, they can tell you all day long what they want to. Your gut health matters. It controls autoimmune diseases. It controls the amount of serotonin you produce, which is the happy feeling. It controls the melatonin, which is what helps you sleep. It controls the inflammation. It controls your sugar cravings. All of that comes from your gut. When Plexus first started, and they had the original Slim, it actually was designed to help people with type 2 diabetes. It was actually helped for that. And that's what they were known for. And it come to find out that regulating your blood sugar helped with so many other things. So this Slim right here, and actually, like Lisa said, these are my 2 favorite. I am a coffee drinker. I have always loved coffee my whole life, and I'm like Lisa, I would drink it all day long. I don't anymore. I drink like 2 cups in the morning, but I never thought I would find anything I loved more than drinking coffee. But you mix these 2 right here, I love them more than my coffee, and I really love coffee. So I mix my Active and Slim together about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. When I first get up, I take my Metaburn at like 5. I get up at 3:30 in the morning. And starting tomorrow, I have to get up at 3 because I have to be at work now at 4:50.
Oh, come on, guys. I'm already almost ready to go to sleep by then.
I know, you got us all beat, don't you? But I take my Metaburn first thing in the morning. I drink that around 11. At night before I go to bed, I take my ProBio 5 and my BioCleanse. And one thing that's unique about our ProBio 5, we have some super efficient strands in there. And they actually use those. They are freeze dried, which keeps them fresh. And there's also actually a little packet in there that helps keep those fresh as well. They also have vitamin C in our probiotics, which I think is very, very unique. And it also helps just put that good bacteria, because from the years of antibiotics, from smoke and from preservatives, 70% of our food has added preservatives and sugar in it, that we don't have the same nutrients in our soil as what we had way back then. In 1950, you could eat 1 orange. and get a nutritional value. Today, you have to eat 21 oranges to get the same nutritional value. We just don't have it. We're just not eating the same types of food. We've evolved as a nation, but we've gone the wrong direction. And so that's why there's such a need for this. Magnesium is good for so many things. It helps with inflammation. It helps it helps gently remove the toxins out of your body. Like you said, I used to be a one day, I would poop one time in the morning after I drank like 3 cups of coffee, and I thought I was good. I had no idea that was not regular. Now, like 2 to 3 times a day. I mean, I am literally the same size I was when I graduated high school. I never thought that was even going to be possible. And just the amazing health benefits from these 3 products. Now, I do have some of our add-on products, but when I first started, when I first went from feeling like poop all the time to having amazing energy, amazing sleep, I didn't have to take acid reflux medicine. I didn't have to take depression medicine. I didn't have, that was another thing. I kept Aleve and ibuprofen in business. I literally took a bottle of 60 of each one of them every single month. A bottle will last me well over a year now.
Really bad for you taking a whole bunch of
Yes, it is. It is really bad for you. But I hurt that bad all the time. I'm just 45. I turned 45 last week. So I was 43 when I started this. Almost 43. Yeah, that's how much I took. And I had done that for years. And now literally their stock had to go down when I started on the Triplex combo.
Same. We were looking for some the other day because my granddaughter somebody had a fever, and I'm like, we didn't even have any. I'm like, do we not even have a travel anywhere? Like crazy. Do we know how we're doing on time?
We have 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
That is correct.
So I'm just going to kind of get to the note here. So why we all joined for wholesale, why I did it because I wanted the biggest bang for my buck. And that's all I knew, because I wasn't going to share it. It has changed so much. All the benefits right now that you have when you become wholesale. Wholesale is just like having a Sam's Club or Amazon Prime. There's no requirements. But what Plexus is doing this month because of the stimulus, if you find 3 friends to join with you this month, you will make $520. Isn't that insane? Who could not use during this crap $520? And the reason that Plexus does that is because they're a debt-free company. They took out a $6 million stimulus. I personally have met the owners. I have been flown to Arizona. I have spent time with their executives. Like, these people are so incredible. They care about people. That's why they're so successful. They attract the best doctors from all over to be on our advisory board. Our science board is incredible. I can go on and on, but the really cool thing about this, what I love, is they know that accountability is important. Accountability, like Wendy and I have, like Laura had with Amanda. Like, when you have accountability and you have friends that start this with you, most people that do that with 3 people, years later are still taking the products. I've had people join on their own and they just quit, like after 2 months. And I'm like, why would you quit? And they just quit. They didn't have the support. They didn't have friends doing it with them. There's something about the psyche of having that accountability, and Plexus understands that. And so they doubled the referral bonus this month because of the pandemic. So that is why wholesale is smart, because you get that when you get the ability to do that, but you also get the ability to earn points every month for being consistent. They have a loyalty rewards program, and so you're consistent. So I was taking the products consistently anyway. Now every 3rd month I earn a free product. Cool. So I'm always like, and you can bank those points. I just helped a friend get a free bag of Slim this week. She didn't even know. I'm like, girl, you have like all these points. Do you want something? So anyway, I just wanted to share that you can start for $9.95, but anybody on this call, well, that would be you, Alyssa, we are going to give you an extra $20 off, which means you will get to join for free and we will cover your shipping and tax. So literally you can join and get the triplex for $89 because it's normally $99 and it is actually $150 worth of product as a customer. If you want the bigger pack like Kimberly got, that's normally $199. It's $350 worth of products. It includes all the extra stuff you want, and it's $179 this month. So anyway, that is all the plus stuff. So I hope we covered a lot.